Greetings, humanoids of the internet. My name is Bob, and this is episode 38? Yeah, 38, right? 38? Episode 38 of Journey into Space. Now this music just seems too loud. Audio. And it's at 5%. Okay, whatever I did just caused a KSP to crash. That's awesome. Okay, I'm back. My upload schedule's probably going to be a little bit confused here lately. I'm recording 2 KSP episodes back to back instead of spacing it out with some Skyrim for starters. Also, my mom, who I take care of, who's 80 years old, has some health issues, and she had a little fall a couple days ago and a brief visit to the hospital. She's fine, but you know, so that's sort of disrupting my life and making things more difficult. But more information probably than you wanted to hear. So probably my last video, which I recorded while she was in the hospital, I probably wasn't all that chipper, you know, just because my mom fell and she's in the hospital. So anyway. Getting past all that, hopefully everything's going to be okay and that she's doing fine and at home right now. Getting back to KSP, let's get started. I don't know how my last KSP video is going to turn out. I mean, my perception of what it was like was mostly me trying to maneuver and something and failing. Perhaps through the wonder of editing, things will be better. Continue. Now, what we're doing, and probably you won't see a lot of this because probably a lot of it's going to be a touch tedious. What I'm building is, imagine like a railroad simulator. They had Sid Meier, I think, put out a railroad simulator. You have different depots along the way, and you know your train can refill on fuel and water or whatever as it goes along. I'm doing much the same thing by building either stations or fuel depots at different altitudes. And I'm planning a fuel depot at the edge of Kerbin's orbit beyond Minimus at some point. But what I noticed was and most of what I need on these stations is not certainly not RCS or Xenon or anything like that. It's fuel, and I need to find a way to get more fuel up there. So let's do a load. Bulk fuel tanker. This is something I have intended to carry a relatively large amounts of fuel up to the different stations. Now to get it up to say the high altitude station or to the new depot far out, I'm going to have to use my space tug to push it out there. But let's load this, and it has quite a lot of jet engines on the first stage. And let's pull out here. In fact, it has something like 24 jet engines on the first stage. So this will take it up to about 15,000 meters, and then it will use the fuel that I'm carrying up there is in these tanks. I'm going to use some of it to get up to orbital altitude. But hopefully a large part of it will still remain behind to resupply the stations and the tugs and whatever else I need to have fuel resupply for. And zoom in. We check my staging. I have not tested this. I have tested variants of the first stage. I have tested another version of this that didn't give me quite the amount of fuel on orbit that I wanted, so I added another fuel tank up here. Let's see. As you can see, there are a lot of jet engines. I think I said 24. 6 times 4, yep. And the good thing about this, the jet engines, is not only is it give me a relatively low fuel portion compared to engines for the first stage, it also goes like a bat out of hell. I mean, they once you get started, acceleration on this is quite formidable. So that gets all this pushed, going at a very nice rate of speed before it actually has to separate here. Let me check all the engines, many engines. Separation. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's launch. I'll just show you the launch. Then I'll probably. Uh-oh, not responding. Come on. And then I probably will stop, do the other things that I had in mind to do, of which I'll probably only show you little snippets like docking and so forth. But this is sort of the main launch, certainly, of this episode. And let's get the Interurban space station turned around here. The first place I'm going to send fuel to is the Interurban space station at relatively low altitude here. And then I'm going to use the space tug. Up, slow up. Not quite that much. Use the space tug to get some fuel up to the high altitude station. Finally, I'm going to put a shield depot in orbit here using the space tug as a stopping off point for interplanetary ships on its way out to the planets. Okay. Battle to maximum. And that's going to take a few launches to accomplish, most of which I'm probably not going to actually show you. It may not be that exciting. I'll just show you the highlights. Okay, SAS on. Main engines start in 3, 2, 1. Detach restraints and liftoff. As you can see, it's accelerating in a pretty good little clip, and it's going to continue accelerating more as time goes on. Now with this, the number of the intake air I'm looking to stop this at is at 6. Now, with other rockets, I've done it at 4. The thing is, with this many engines, it just takes one engine flaming out to wreck the whole thing. So, so I have to make sure I stop it at 6, just to make sure that it's not going to be a situation where one engine causes the whole thing to blow to hell. Thank you very much. 7, 6. Okay. And it's cavitating a little bit. Go ahead and separate it. And don't bang into it, please. That would not be appreciated. I would be kind of freaking out at this point, except that it's got quite a lot of forward momentum. So I'm not that worried. Okay. Okay, stay right there. Okay. Alright, settling out. Settling out. Go ahead and shut RCS off. Go ahead, throttle all the way up. Now let's go ahead and pull back a little bit because RCS on. And this is still an untested spacecraft until it actually gets to orbit and gets to the station. We don't know that much about how well it's going to work. So we just have to cross our little fingers and hope for the best. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be aiming to probably get a little bit above the station. Only a little bit above. Okay, RCS off. Hope for the best. That's gone. That's going. So, how much fuel we're actually going to get up here? I don't know. How much fuel we're going to get on the station, I'm not sure. It has to be more than what I get with the other one. The other one just has that much. So 720. Well, I don't know. Okay, we're actually going to abort this, and I'm going to put more fuel on the second stage because I really hope to get a lot more fuel into orbit than what I'm doing. So I will let you know when something happens. Okay, bulk fuel tanker take 2. What I did is I totally separated out the amount of fuel that I want to actually get up there, which is this, twice as much as the previous fuel freighter. From the actual propulsive stage that's going to lift it up to orbit. As far as the first stage, I have no worries. I know that it will lift this up pretty much. And now there could be some instability issues because as you see, it's kind of all held together with toothpicks and space tape. But hopefully that will hold steady and get this bad boy up. This stage will lift it the rest of the way into orbit and get it up to the as far as the Interkerbin space station, and this is the part that's actually the payload here, which is quite a considerable weight. But we shall see. Okay, I've already got it lined up with the station. Throttle to maximum. SAS on. Main engine start in 3, 2, 1. Clamp release and liftoff. It's a little wobbly, probably to be expected. I also put Separatrons on the lower stage to push it away a little bit more, hoping that will reduce the amount of chaos that goes on here when I get everything disconnected. Okay, I got to be standing by to. I'm not even going to try to gravity turn this thing until I get rid of the first stage. So, I'm going to stand by to shut down the first stage. First stage still looking good. And still giving us a lot of acceleration too. 300 meters a second coming up on, yeah. Okay, it takes starting to drop. Okay. First stage shutdown. First stage separation. Okay. That's looking pretty reasonable. Let's put some RCS on. Oh, I also put a big RCS tank up here. Okay. Hold on there, cowboy. Okay. The second stage ignition. You see what we got here. Definitely need to push it over a bit. We need to push it over a lot. RCS off. Try to save a little RCS fuel. RCS back on. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Settle down there, cowboy. Alright, we're gaining. Gaining altitude. Also burning through our fuel pretty good, but it's okay. I'm going to do a direct jaunt up to 90,000 meters if the fuel will hold out to where the station is. Actually, a direct jaunt to near 90,000 meters, and then I'll kind of do my circularization. Go ahead and throttle down. Okay, it's 80. Push it up to about 87, I think. Because I'm going to gain a little bit of altitude doing my circularization. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Alright, tilt it all the way over. I can tell from the space music we are in space. That's a good thing. Look at our fuel. Very little fuel left. Probably not enough fuel to circularize with. Just short. Just short. Shit. Possible that if I replace these with the taller tanks, might be able to do it. Okay, I'm gonna wait till I get pretty close to the apoapsis and then just burn out the rest of my fuel. But it's not gonna be enough. And it's gonna be heading back down into the ocean, killing some poor fishermen. That was it. Not enough. Not enough oomph. Okay, well, our rocket development will continue. Bulk fuel tanker. Excuse me. Bulk fuel tanker. The evolution continues. Put 2 of these 360 fuel unit items on here. Should hopefully be enough to get it all the way to where I want it to be. Now, I mean, before I think it would have gotten into orbit, it just wouldn't get to the station, which I need to get it to the station at a minimum. And I've got lined up with the space station. Now, you may be asking yourself, isn't this exactly the kind of ginormous rocket that this whole practice was supposed to avoid? Basically you have fuel along the way. You don't have to launch a ginormous rocket to get to Duna or wherever, or the moon or whatever. Wasn't this exactly the sort of ginormous rocket that this strategy was designed to try to avoid? Well, sort of, but if I get one of these up to the high altitude station, that could probably power a large number of very, relatively small moon missions launched from there. It's not altogether quite as counterproductive as it might seem. Definitely, if I get one of these up to each of the stations, that's going to supply for fuel for quite a while. So, all right, throttle to maximum. SAS on. Main engines start in 3, 2, 1. Hold down and release in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. It's going to spin here. I don't really even care. Don't really even care. As long as it doesn't fly apart and explode, I'm happy. I've got this set up to launch at the same time as the release, which is not really what I wanted to do, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, standing by for jet engine shutdown. Okay. Jet engine shutdown in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was actually a little bit earlier than what I had intended. I got so wrapped up in my countdown that I cut it loose a little bit early, but hopefully that's not going to make that big of a difference. And certainly it's better to cut off early than to have the engines flame out and the entire thing explode. Okay. Still rocking back and forth a little bit. Okay. Okay, we're looking to get the altitude up to about 87 before we cut off. Not quite there. Close, close, but not a cigar. No cigar for me. Okay. Yeah, it's quite close. Probably stick one more of these on here. That'll do it. The thrust I'm getting is from this is perfectly fine. Okay. Well, we'll go back to the drawing board. Okay. In the event that I ever do get this bulk tanker up here, I want to have this fuel tanker out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up this ship, even though I didn't intend to. Don't need it all just to get up to the high altitude station. But I'm going to go ahead and fill this ship up all the way so that I can jettison this sucker. Okay. I fill up all the tanks. No. Okay. In and in. Then I can get rid of this tanker and put the new one in. If I ever get the new one up, and having more fuel for this rocket's not going to hurt anything. Okay, and that was tapped out. Okay. Okay, and while you might think that having the bulk tanker up here is going to cause even more lag than what they have now, this tanker is actually pretty physically complex. Has a whole bunch of batteries, whole bunch of it's got little argon tanks here, so I don't think it's going to cause any more lag than what we have now, which is not nothing, you know, not inconsiderable. Okay, undock. Scooch over here. Gonna bring up the little RCS, back out. I think still had some RCS in it, but I'm gonna have another big RCS tank up here too. So, and I think everything in here is full, so I don't think it's a problem. Okay. And we will just end this flight, I think. F5. Okay. Now in flight. Okay, the bulk fuel tanker saga continues. I added one more of these sort of medium-sized tanks. Let's see. I've got it set up to where this jettisons and these fire at the same time, which I wasn't going to do, but seemed to work out pretty well. Let's see. And these all jettison at the same time, which is fine. Doesn't actually matter. Although actually to reduce my space junk, I ought to have these jettison after that. Just to keep things a little tidier up there in space. Okay. Save. Let's see. What's this? Yep. Save and launch. Here we go again. I keep on thinking of ways that I could have done that second stage more efficiently. Problem is that every way I can think of would make things more spindly and less stable, which on top of this thing, which one goes like a bat out of hell, and two is it's made of space tape and toothpicks. I think I'd rather just stick with it the way it is. Let's make sure that the station is where it should be, and it's not. So another trip around the bend here, bud. Yet again. Okay. Okay, throttle to maximum, SAS on. Let's prepare ourselves. I'm going to try to do a better job of not separating the first stage until I actually need to this time. First stage ignition. Hold down separation and liftoff. I think I want to make a manned rocket that launches with this first stage, just see how fast it can go, how many G-forces the guy can pull. Okay. And we ran out of fuel. Really? We ran out of fuel? Dead out. Didn't really get appreciably higher than we did last time. Yeah, well, at least we could test the separation here. And that flight, and flight. Okay. Just for grins, I'm going to try to see if I can do anything with the RCS. It would be crazy if I could. Nah, it ain't gonna work. Okay. In flight, completely new rethink of the second stage here. And I'll get back to you when I have that. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Fuel Goliath. This is exactly the sort of approach I was trying to avoid to begin with. In order to get 1,440 units of fuel up to the Intercarbon space station in this little container here, I have to create a rocket probably equivalent in launch weight to a Duna rocket at least, in order to eventually get more payload with less launch weight for my actual Duna rockets. But this is quite a Goliath, yeah. Oh, at some point I'm definitely going to do a version of my simplex rockets, the little one-man rockets, with this as the first stage. That will be totally awesome. See if I can get the pilot to black out. Okay. Save. And, launch. Yeah, I believe this is gonna work. Sure it is. Let's get the station lined up on me again. All right. Yeah. The reason why I did it this way is so I can jettison parts as I use them up. But it is also sort of spindlier than the other rocket, which is something I was trying to not do last time. But oh well. I mean, if you were to put a moon ship on top of this, the second stage by itself, or the second stage assembly, I should say, would probably just get something to the moon by itself. Okay, well, throttle up, SAS on. Main engine start in 3, 2, 1. Hold down, release, and liftoff. I'm going to do a slight bit of a gravity turn if it will let me. Just a hair of one. Just a hair of one. Alright. Let's keep a look at the air intake. It's not shaking apart yet, so that's positive. Excuse me. Yeah, this thing will lift up this entire, like a moon rocket here. Imagine what it'll do for like one little one-man rocket. I'm at least going to do a robotic version of the Simplex 11 using this as the first stage. Just for grins. See how much energy I can put into the projectile before it even leaves the atmosphere. Okay, 9,000 meters is still looking good on the intake air. Okay, now starting to drop. Standing by for main engine shutdown. Main engine shutdown. And first stage separation is complete. And it's out of control. Okay, taking it in on manual. Okay. There we are. Lock that in. Behave yourself and throttle up. Okay, switch to map view. See what we're getting. And yeah, it's taking off pretty good here. Okay, now sucking down on this one. Oh, and I screwed up. I totally screwed up. I screwed the pooch. Got these on the same one. Damn it. No, it doesn't look like it's really mattering. It's getting there. Okay, we're looking for 89. Oh yeah, that slowed it down quite a bit. Alright, sorry, 87. I'll manually release those once we get to 87. Okay. Okay. Manual release. Manual release. And manual release. Okay. Let's get a little forward RCS going. Get separated out. Oops, wrong one. Forward. Get a little separation going here. Thank you very much. Now that'll be easy to fix. Just a minor screw up on the design aspects. Don't beat up my RCS. Thank you. Okay. Oh wow, even with all these RCS ports, it turns pretty slow. Yeah, because it's a big mofo. A big mofo for sure. Well, down. Okay, lock in. Alright, we need to throttle up. Let's lift it up a little bit. I was busy doing stuff that I probably didn't, if I wouldn't have needed to do if I had not fucked up the design. Had I not fucked up the design, I would not be needing to do that. Go run away, Appwapsis. Okay, where were we out here? Okay, we're good. Let's wait till we get over to the to our Appwapsis, so we'll finish this up. Well, it certainly had enough power to get to orbit for no problems there. Even carrying some dead weight. Alright, we got a set of ways to go to Appwapsis. Let's go ahead and do a little time compression. That ain't gonna take much at this point. And it's going to take very little thrust at this point to get it the rest of the way up. I may have actually over-engineered this a little bit. Just a tad. Well, life is full of learning experiences. Life is a broken glass road to the hell of learning experiences. Alright. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave that in orbit for a second and go fix my design. Let me see how much fuel I had left in this puppy. Had about half tanks there and all that. So yeah, probably a little bit over-designed, to be honest. Trying to think of, I think probably taking away the top tanks on all of the stages probably would be a little bit taken away too much. Might take away the top stage on the ones that drop first, or on this one maybe. Just because I think I really have too much capacity here. I mean, this tank, which is no small tank, is same as equivalency to this one, and it's dead full. But on the other hand, if my objective is to take a lot of fuel to the station, it's taking a lot of fuel to the station. It surely is. No reasonable doubt about it. Okay, I'm going to go fix my design right quick and we'll be back. Okay, I'm setting up an intersect with the station. Problem is I got so many RCS things on ports on this thing that everything I do changes something. You know, I just turn around and shit gets starts, my app WAPs changes and shit. You know, so okay, let's give a little forward RCS, get that lined up a little better. That's good. Okay, see you on the inside. Okay, it's been my experience that these encounters can be a little bit abrupt. I'm trying to do what I can to avoid undue abruptness. And to kill off a relative speed relative to the target. Because I really don't want to collide with the station. Speaking of which, F5. And I don't want to shoot past it or have to do any kind of histrionic maneuvers to make things happen. Okay. See how it says target here? That's my speed relative to the target. You know, to get it down to about 2 meters a second. Well. Still 81 meters out. 0.8 meters a second. So it'll be about a minute before I get there. It'll be less than a minute before I actually turn around and start approaching the docking port. As you can see, a very slow, deliberate maybe slightly tedious approach to the station. But that's the way the station inhabitants like it, because if you approach fast and recklessly, they tend to get a little nervous. So that's the way they like it. Yeah. Okay. When we get down to 50 meters, we're going to kill off a little bit more of our forward momentum. Okay. Yeah, because that would really suck at this point if I were to collide with it. Okay. Is that moving up? Yes, it is. Okay. And in terms of my vertical alignment, looking up pretty good. I just need to get the station out of my way here and then scooch over. Get lined up and dock. I think at this rate, 0.2 meter seconds, just fine. We'll get a little rotation going in. Not quite parallel with the station. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Let's scooch over a little more. Scooch over, I'm saying. Scooch. Oh, I'm in rotation. No wonder. Scooch over a little bit. There we go. I'll bring our relative speed up to about 0.3 maybe. Okay, I'm clear of the station now. I can go ahead and do a little forward momentum. Manatees in love, yes. Okay, scooch over a little bit. Okay, forward a little bit. Manatees in love. And here we hear the delicate mating call of the giant space manatee. Okay. Down just a tad. Down just a tad. Thank you. The giant space manatee. Their mating call is not heard because of the vacuum of space, in fact. But if you could hear it, it would sound awesome. A bit more. We can manage to avoid destroying these spacecraft, it'll be a miracle. Seriously. I don't know how we're going to do it. It'll be a testimony to my enduring brilliance. Okay. Yes, we're closing in. Okay, so I think we need to go down. Right? No, we need to go up. Damn it. Up, please. Okay, back off just a tad. Okay, down again, down, cancel. 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 Cancel, thank you. And manatee sex in 3, 2, 1, contact. I'll be goddamned. F5. Manatee sex is achieved. I'll be goddamned. Okay. Now, has this guy got all the fuel he'll ever need? No. Okay. We're gonna fill this guy up. Maybe we'll be able to jettison those in. Jettison those external tanks. Might be nice. Okay. Okay, every single pore of this ship that could use fuel. Nope. That one still needs fuel. Now, jettisoning these things while it's attached to the station could be challenging. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out. In. But it might help my lag situation a little bit if I can get rid of some of this, get rid of those strap-on boosters. Okay. Every pore of this that can accept fuel is full of fuel, right? Yes. Okay, now rather technical undertaking. I'm going to go ahead and jettison these puppies. I'm going to go ahead and do it manually as well. Decouple. Okay, there's that thing gives you 0 relative motion. So decouple and decouple. Okay, well that was quite gentle and not at all problematic. That thing's still throbbing for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. F5. I'm going to do that from the tracking station. Hey, center. Tracking station. This is all kind of close together, and I can't... Okay, Fuel Goliath unknown at launch pad. Okay, I'm assuming that's Wickerman Space Station unknown. Okay. Abort. Terminate. Abort. Terminate. Abort. Terminate. That's all at launch pad. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's go on to the Interplanetary Space Station and take a look at our beautiful handiwork. And the lag that is associated with it. Alright. Now we have a buttload of fuel at the station. We have a buttload of fuel at the station. Okay, what I'm going to do is, now I did record, oh god, about 30 minutes of me approaching the station with this giant fuel tank. I'm going to cut all that crap out, and what I'm going to do for our grand finale is I'm going to make one of these things, one of these rockets, except with that big old jet engine first stage. It's going to be unmanned. There's not going to be anybody on it. Because it would be inhumane to subject a Kerbal to that kind of acceleration. So it should be interesting. Let's see. And I will let you know when I've got that ready, because that should be something else. Ladies and gentlemen, monsieur and mademoiselles, we present to you the Simplex FAR 12, a vehicle too fast for us to ever put people in it. It's an unmanned spacecraft, goes up to the station, then it can take on a person right here, and fly off to wherever. But it's got the same stage as the Fuel Goliath, so it should accelerate rather respectably, I would think. Okay. SAS on, throttle to maximum. Main engine start in 3, 2, 1. Hold down, release, and lift off. Okay, we're pulling some G's. Yep. Pulling not quite. Probably, yeah, 2.5, 3 G's. Not a biggie. Oh, you know what? I've got no RCS on this thing. Oh well, the launch is the main thing. Yeah, shit. Okay, maybe we'll put some RCS on. Okay, the launch of the Simplex FAR 12, take 2. Throttle to maximum, SAS on, main engine start. Hold down, release, and lift off. Only pulling about 2 to 3 Gs. Not too bad. Not yet 2,000 feet, already 200 meters a second. So I replaced the small engines on the outriggers here with nuclear engines for efficiency's sake. Okay. 400 meters a second at 9,000 meters. Okay. I didn't set up some of the things right. And fly. I didn't set up my action groups. The Simplex FAR 12, take 3. Throttle to maximum. SAS on. Main engine start. Hold down release and lift off. Okay, over 200 meters a second. $300 meters a second. $400 meters a second. $500 meters a second. Over 3 Gs. Okay, getting ready for engine shutdown. Okay. Stage separation. RCS on. And gravity turn. Okay. I'm already up 700 meters. Yeah, see, that's what I call a first stage right there, man. That is what I call a first stage. Okay. Yeah, first stage gets me into space. Let me check the overheating. See, make sure the... Nope, nuclear's in... Oh, yeah, now there are. Okay. Looking for about 87,000 meters. Of course, I don't know why I'm trying to rendezvous with the station. This, like, the lag is going to be unbelievable. Probably should move that other ship out of the way before I get this guy there, but... Okay. Empty? Okay. Jettison. Thank you very much. Up for 87,000 meters. Okay. Unfortunately, these nuclear engines are a bit heavier, so... Okay, I'm gonna have to tilt up. Get this to do right. Alright, we're getting there. Alright, let's tilt it back over. Oh no, wasn't happy about that. Yeah, that's empty. That's draining down. It's okay, we're almost there. That side of the orbit's a little higher than I would have liked, but that's okay. Not a big thing. Ain't no big thing. Okay. When I get to the station, I'll get this bad boy refueled, and he'll be ready to head on up to the high altitude station. Not gonna do that this episode though. I probably won't do that any episode. That's probably the sort of routine maintenance that I'm not going to actually show. Okay. 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 Okay, well that's all for this episode. Actually, let me go ahead and do a little fast forwarding until we get to the sunlight, so we can see it in all its glory. Good morning. Yeah, I'm going to actually get the other ship up to the high altitude station before I get this one in, because the lag's pretty much bad as it is. Okay, let's go ahead and pop out, open the solar panels. I usually go for the other kind, but I thought just for a little variation, I'd use these. Now, one thing about this, like I said, it's a robotic spacecraft. It does have a RTG generator down there, but when I actually come in for re-entry, I'll be on batteries only. So hopefully re-entry won't take that long because I don't have an infinite supply of battery power here. But because it won't be actually able to open the chutes if there's no power, because it's actually a robotic spacecraft that can carry people rather than a manned spacecraft. It is actually robotic, even though you can't even see the robot part of it here. But yeah, you can here, yeah, right there. So that's all for right now, and until next time, hasta la vista.